Hey everyone, JamieStarr. Fucking third attempt on this video. My pronouns. So, for anyone who's unaware, there's been this issue created. First, we created an issue over public knowledge, someone's past, and all that other stuff. And then, because there are groups of conservatives that don't play the pronoun game, and it's on a principle level, and there's large amounts of people who refuse to believe it's on principle level, this has become a point of contention. And there's a handful of people who lack the self-awareness to realize what the fuck is going on. So, since I'm a little aggravated, let me just get into this. First off, Blaire, you misgender people. You misgender them all the time, and you do it just to be disrespectful. So I can't blame you for thinking that's why everyone else is doing it as well. But let me tell you, it's not why. It actually has to do with principles. And I can tell that you, your whole crew, and sadly even Roaming Millennial now, are not good with principles. You're good at having rules for some and no rules for others. And, you know, we're against PC, but we're for PC. And we're for free speech, but we're against people using the free speech. I mean, it's really a mess right now. And I don't know where you guys really line up on anything, because it's all just starting to look like it's just up in the air and you want to pick and choose. So let me tell you, I got the inside scoop from Daily Caller. Why did they misgender Blaire with this? And it's because they don't play the pronoun game. The exact thing Candace Owens told you. Now, I think this is why, when Daily Caller did it, everyone has decided to go back to attacking Candace, because you don't like the fact that it was rubbed in your face that there actually are people who don't play the pronoun game. And this is again because of the principle thing. See, now, there's also a large group of people that seem to be under the impression that the 32 genders and the expansion of all of this gender theory stuff happened on Tumblr. That they're Tumblrisms and all of this other stuff. I hate to tell you, no. It's postmodernism. It's cultural Marxism. It's gender theory. It started in academia. And then it bled out onto Tumblr and into the cult. I mean, are you guys really trying to say that somehow, in a matter of like 5 years, Tumblr started deciding academic rubrics? Because that's what people are trying to present to me when they're trying to make this distinction between the appropriate pronouns and the not appropriate pronouns. The PC pronouns we can make fun of, and the PC pronouns we cannot. Some black guy. Excuse me? Nigger is fine. It's okay to be white is fine, but him and her is where you draw your PC line? Is that really what I'm seeing? Is that really? Oh, just wait. I'm doing a special video for you, buddy, because you've just made it too easy. And again, I will say this over and over. I like all of these people's content. So, I don't think I said it already in this video, but let me just go back. Let me just start over and preface this by saying, your personal interactions, my personal interactions, I deal with on a personal level. I have friends that are trans. I've had a threesome with a trans person. They use they, them pronouns. Their little fucking therapy bunny was staring at me during the whole ordeal. So, what's going on is, you have people who are saying this off of principle. If I'm not going to say Zer, if I'm not going to say this, and that, then I'm not playing the game. What you were born with is what you are. I don't care what you look like or anything like that. In fact, I don't know. I saw I had 2 notifications. I wonder, because I asked people, the reasoning I'm seeing, I mean, get out of here. The reasoning I'm seeing, I saw Roaming put this forth, that there's a difference between the Tumblrisms and the Zer and the they, them, and all that stuff, and a difference with someone who A has a medical diagnosis and B is, passable. So I put out the question, I said, if Sean King got a medical diagnosis and was receiving skin darkening treatments, would you accept him as trans black? I'm asking for consistency. Because here's the thing that's going on. We had a video that came out where a guy went to a school and he said, if I told you I identified as an Asian woman, would you accept that? And they were like, yeah. If I told you I identified as this, would you accept that? And the only thing these people didn't accept, which is, pretty much the point of this article, is the idea of him saying a different height. And it's gone to a point where people can either say, listen, you are who you are, be happy with who you are, everything like that, whatever, and that's it. I'm going to call you what I'm going to call you. Again, it's a free speech issue. And again, everyone keeps wanting to say, it's about respect because your homegirl intentionally misgenders people because of disrespect. You're all just running cover for your homegirl, and you're showing you have no principles whatsoever because you picked a really bad thing to get your panties in a bunch over. It shows you are for political correctness. You're trying to use social pressure to force people to speak a certain way. The details are irrelevant. We're talking principle. The details are irrelevant. So you're using social pressure to try to force people to speak a certain way, to try to force them to view people in a certain way. You are, you're using the PC. You're obviously against free speech because if you're really for free speech, you would just say, oh, well, they misgendered. Okay, whatever. That's them using their free speech. But you don't think they should be free. In fact, you think they should be mocked and ridiculed and say that they're just, being mean and this. I mean, I don't see how you aren't responding like social justice warriors. You've also have now tried to come up with a rubric for who's really trans and who isn't. Who deserves the pronouns and who doesn't. And who decides that and who is the arbiter of that. Now, another thing I've heard is, well, it's about doctors. It's about the diagnosis. And this idea that the Tumblerinas and the special snowflakes are just self-diagnosing themselves. Again, I have a friend, they, them pronouns, everything like that. You know why I use the they, them pronouns? Because I have sympathy for them. I have empathy for them because they're fucking suffering. Now, they may have been misdiagnosed. I think they have issues. People say, oh, well, this other pronouns, that's because they want to feel special. Yeah, it's them. It is a power dynamic going on. And it's basically them in their heads saying, if I can force you to refer to me in this unnatural way, you must really care about me. I mean, that's how miserable these people are with themselves. And let's talk about another thing. Now, this friend of mine probably is just gay person with some severe depression and, everything like that. But they're at a liberal arts college where everyone is rejecting the idea of binary science and reality. The professors are all on the same page. Everyone else is all on the same page. And you guys, and there are people out there with this attitude that it's all on the special snowflake and the person asking for the pronouns. It's not on the people bringing this ideology to them. It's not on the people who bully them if they step out of this ideology. There is such a unsympathetic aspect from all these people who want to hop behind their homegirl over this bullshit that it's really disgusting. It's really disgusting, and again, me as someone who uses they, them pronouns for my friends, I have a lot more respect for the Daily Caller and Candace Owens who have just drawn a line in the sand and said, no, it's not going on at all over here, period. I got the inside scoop from Daily Caller. I asked them about it. I said, what was going on with that? And they said, we don't play that game, because if we did it just to the left, it would be disrespectful. But if we do it for everyone fairly and equally, that's just our line in the sand. So like I was saying, there's a video What will people accept, trans or not? I want to know if we can get medical professionals to diagnose someone as being born the wrong skin color, and then they start receiving skin color changing treatments. I expect roaming millennial, TP20, some black guy, and all of these other people to start referring to that person as the race they identify, because that's the standard you guys are vicariously setting through your defense or your attack on people misgendering Blaire. It exposes you're against free speech and everything else I already said. I probably had some more points to make on this, but 3 shots trying to do the video with interruptions, the anger just sort of, bypasses everything. This also goes through here in the data, and it basically says some 55% of black Democrats and 41% of Hispanic Democrats say a person's gender is determined by their sex. Just 24% of white Democrats say that. I would guess this number is even higher for black Republicans. But when Candace, a black Republican, takes this stance that even 55% of black Democrats have, oh, it's just her being mean, it's just her throwing shade, it's just this. They can't fathom that this is actually a widely held view. And Blaire, you think someone's gonna die on this hill? Oh my God. I mean, I feel bad. I was even telling people today, we basically need a red pill rainbow for someone to rally up any reasonable homosexuals that may be left, because they're gonna lose gay marriage. People do not realize that gay marriage was the floodgate, and while everyone keeps pushing, oh, drag queen, happy hour down in Texas, tranny nursery rhyme, reading time out in California, gender reassignment for 4-year-olds, transgender bathroom. And when you ask anyone, what set all of this trans mania off, they say, gay marriage. Gay marriage. And we were told it was just about love. It was just about, New York Times or something like that. An pro-pedophile article. Pro-pedophile articles are now a weekly occurrence since Kevin Spacey's fucking bullshit. So, you guys, pick your battles. If you're for free speech and you're against political correctness and someone misgenders your homegirl, bite your tongue, because you look bad. And you keep looking bad the more you go on and on about it. Now, again, I don't know if I said this in this video, 3rd time doing the run through, but when Daily Caller comes out and misgenders Blaire a week after Candace Owens did it, and Candace Owens claimed it was a conservative thing, and you guys got all up in here, it's not a conservative thing, it's not, I know conservatives, it's not a conservative thing. Then Daily Caller does it, rubbing it in your face that there are conservatives that are this way. There's even conservative institutions that will run a headline like that. And then you decide to go back to attacking Candace. Cute! Real cute, guys. Oh yeah, let's attack the original person that brought this to our attention, rather than the person who just shoved it in our face. Oh, that's cute. You guys think this is a hill anyone's gonna die on? What are trannies, like 0.01% of the population? You think that there's enough people that give a shit about this, that it's a hill a conservative is gonna die on? Oh boy, I think those hormones have gone to Blaire's head. Wow, that's just golden right there. So anyway, all my other videos on this shit were too long already. That's all I have to say on this. Take care, everyone. Hit up the Patreon. Hit me up on Twitter. Do all the links. Subscribe to the channel. Go fuck yourselves. And have a good one, everyone.